Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
It's very cold. Suddenly.
Raining outside.
Yeah. Yeah. You give the Bhagavad Gita to everyone.
Abhay.
Abhay.
He did. Abhay gave it to Amshad.
Give them.
It's a little warm inside the house, no?
Yeah. But I understand. Is that road back?
Yeah.
What cat?
Study.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll start with page number 1.
in the small book it's page 107.
Yeah, okay.
But that's 33.
Right, right.
Both of them. So each one.
But no feeling.
There are the mutual acceptance.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Shri Guru Shri Guru Shri Guru Shri Rupam Sarvijanatam 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 Krishna Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sarvijanatam Shri Radha He Krishna Baladev Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanda Kostate Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Srishabhani Sute Devi Karmani Haripriye Vamchakalpatarubhyasya Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Chapter 2, text 33.
Page 107.
Page 107 in the small book. Atachetvam imam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tata swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papam avapsyasi Tachetvam imam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tataswadharmam kirtim cha hitva papam avapsyasi. We can actually cover up to 38 sloka because it's the same one topic, one logic is using. So you want us to do twice or one more time? Yeah.
So in the caps, since for all the caps in the small book, I don't think it's in the big book. There's like they leave a space between.
There's a word to word in this is not there. Word to word translation.
Yeah, but like why is there a space?
That's the thing. Because in the bird book, it was 4 lines.
Oh,
Here
yeah,
they have
that
covered
one,
into
yeah.
it, so they are just separate,
They wanted to make it
like a pond.
like it's concise.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
pond and then, yeah.
So we go to the next one.
Okay, we go to 34. 108. 34. Yeah. Akirtim Chapi Bhutani Katayishyanti Te Avyayam Sambhavitasya Chakirti Maranad Atirichyati Kirtim Chapi Bhutani Katayishyanti Te Avyayam Sambhavitasya Chakirti Maranad Atirichyati 35 Vayad Anad Uparatam मंशयन्ते त्वां महारथाः येषां च त्वं बहुमतो भूता यास्यसि लाघवम् मया मया दृणात् उपरतम् मंशन्ते त्वां महारथः येषां च त्वां बहुमतो भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम् 36 अवाच्य वादांश्च बहून् वदिष्यन्ति नवाहिताः निन्दन्त तव सामर्थ्यम् ततो दुःखतरम् नु किम् अवाच्य वादांश्च बहून् वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिताः निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यम् ततो दुःखतरं नु किम् 37 yes.
Sorry. Could you read the purport one very bit simply?
Of 36
Very small paragraph, Krish, or Arvind, if you want to read.
Read.
Lord Krishna was astonished in the beginning at Arjuna's uncalled for plea for compassion, and he described his compassion as befitting the non-Aryans. Now, in so many words, he has proved his statements against Arjuna's so-called compassion.
We will do everything, right? We will do.
Yes, we will do that.
Yeah.
What if
No.
not?
Yeah, we'll talk about
We can
everything.
talk
We'll
about
finish
it.
the
Yeah,
we
we'll finish reading,
reading
then we
and
can
then
go
we'll
back.
come back.
हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गम् हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गम् जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मात् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः अतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गम् जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः 28 सुखदुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जया जयम् ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापम् अवाप्स्यसि सुखदुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जया जयौ ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व Naivam papam avapsyasi.
Naivam papam avapsyasi.
We go back to 33 and read the translation one by one. Each one can read one.
Okay, I can read the first one.
Sure.
If, however, you do not fight this religious war, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter.
We can finish reading the purport also. Or
No,
we'll
no,
come
I
back
think
to the
we'll not
purport.
read the purport.
Okay.
We'll just go with the
Okay.
translation.
Translation.
Yeah.
People will always speak of your infamy, and for one who has been honored, dishonored is worse than death.
Very good.
The
The great generals who highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only, and thus they will consider you a coward.
36.
Well, God, you are in unkind words and form the ability what could be more painful for you.
O son of Kunti, either you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planets, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up and fight with determination.
Do you fight for the sake of fighting, without considering happiness or distress, loss or gain, victory or defeat, and by so doing, you shall never enter sin. I have a question. Why did they use thou? I mean, isn't that used in like medieval times? Thou? But you have to realize that the Bhagavad Gita was spoken in an old context. But the translation was more modern, like it was really what 30, 50.
20.
So how that was like medieval then.
Prabhupada-
So they want to be accurate for
No want to be. It's like giving respect. When that's the best way to use language.
That's why
Instruments
it's
or-
like I mean, it's like how you put quotes on other people's words. But like thou,
No, it's talking about the timeline that was not medieval, but
No,
it's just your
It's not
own
saying you
translation.
now.
it
It's a fine, it's when you're a poet, when you're scholarly, you tend to use.
no, I think he
Such
understands
words.
what that word is. He's
Yeah.
saying it was a medieval way of
No.
describing why
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada is using that.
Krishna translated that in Prabhupada's heart, and that's how Prabhupada wrote it. That's all. That's the actual answer.
He was immersed.
No, Prabhupada says that Krishna actually
Dictate.
dictated, and that's how he dictated in the dictaphone. So he says.
So he was dictating in English
Yeah.
directly.
Yeah, directly. Yeah, it was dictated.
So it's not he stated in another language and some translator
No.
changed to English. He was
That's why
directly doing it.
Prabhupada's English is
Contribution. Because there's no Sanskrit text like that, Vedic text available in English language directly to us, especially the entire Bhagavad Puran. Never ever before nobody has done it.
So this is the first time
First
he
time,
translated
yeah.
directly to
English.
and the other languages that we are seeing are translated from the English. Even Hindi and all other regional languages
Yeah.
are also translated from the
From the English.
English.
Oh,
And while Prabhupada was present on the planet, that time only all German and Russian languages, so many
Everything was
Chinese, everything was
most of the languages were done
Bhagavad
while he was
Gita
there.
while he was there. Actually, Bhagavad Gita was translated
from English.
from
Right.
English. They took the original English text and they have
And he chose English because
That's
he wanted to
spread it up.
spread it in Western world
Yes.
and English was the proper way.
That was his guru's order. He
to
made
spread it in the English speaking world.
Prabhupada, actually his guru specially told him to go to the West.
So he has seen the British era.
Or
Yeah. Yeah.
he was also follower of Gandhi at one point.
How is it?
And then when he met
And
his
then
guru,
when met his spiritual master, then he explained. So he told, he actually met Subhash Chandra Bose, met uh, Prabhupada's guru. So when Subhash Chandra Bose was very, how he's nationalism and all that. So he gave him an argument. He said, today you're fighting for India. What if in the next life the same person is born in either the Britain or in Pakistan or some other place? What is the meaning of this? So even if you are gone, there'll be you are ready to throw away the British, but there'll be some other person who could be another thief. So what happened to your nationalism? So Subhash Chandra Bose, it seems he was also very intelligent. So quickly he got the message. He said, I understand what you're saying. But for right now, I have taken on this mission to fight for India, but I don't think I can dedicate like you and spread Bhagavad Gita. But you can bless me like that. And then he also asked, Subhash Chandra Bose asked, maybe you can give some of your disciples to come and fight with me. Then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur very diplomatically told him, they are not fit for you because they are very lean, thin, they are very silent, they don't even eat much. So they will be unfit for fighting. So like that he told him. Yeah.
Prabhupada war, like, has Prabhupada ever, was he in like a war?
No, he wasn't.
Was he like in a time where war was happening?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, he was in the
Second
he has
one.
seen, he has seen
Yeah.
all the wars.
Second
And you
World
watch
War.
Sabachan series on YouTube.
Yeah, you can see.
That's somewhat like, the first episode will
Is
be,
it
Give some.
something.
Yeah.
like India's, what do you call it?
Independence
Independence Day?
struggle. Yeah, Prabhu. What?
Freedom fight.
It's only 2 weeks, something is.
No,
coming up.
26th.
That is Republic.
Republic Day.
Constitution.
Yes,
Ah,
yes.
Right?
Yes,
No,
26th.
26.
26th is how many?
It's 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks, approximately 2 weeks
At least
later.
you know this much, good.
Yeah, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Yeah, good.
What they're teaching here.
They teach about
last year they
revolutionary.
Valley and stuff.
Oh, and who did they teach about? Mahatma Gandhi.
No, we didn't like dig into that. Just the surface. British came, took over,
In-
got independence.
Uh-huh.
It seems my great grandfather is one of the 18 MPs who signed the constitution. He's one of the 18.
Yeah, he fought for with Mahatma Gandhi and he went to the jail also at that time. His
Venerable Ramurthy Gupta.
yeah.
Who is
Oh, not them.
No, with the
Better than
No.
mother's
mothers.
your great grandfather?
great grandfather.
So watch that before.
He like Gandhi, but he was
Created that new army, the
in an army and one.
So he fought
Peacefully.
was on the other side of it.
Yes, violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here the whole logic Krishna is giving is that you have a duty as a king. So there are basically all the aggressors or criminals have to be punished. One of the Manusmriti is Manu has given certain code of conduct. So when somebody does some mistake, if you don't punish that person, in the next life, he will be, by nature, he will receive another punishment. And that punishment will be very intense. If he gets reformed through a king or a judge and he gets punished for that crime, so the next life, he will not be punished so harshly by the nature. It's already paid off. So that's one of the logics. So on that same logic, so if the king does not do his duty of punishing the criminals, then the king will be punished. He will incur sin because he is not keeping his subjects clean. In fact, the Vedic society was so perfect that the king when Parikshit Maharaj is the grandson of Arjuna, he was there. There was no there was no sinful activity in the entire kingdom. That was the way he would actually rule. In fact, there is no anomaly happening. Meaning, for example, you will not see the parents doing final rites for children. That means children are young, they should not die first. So if children die first, that means the king is not keeping all the subjects clean. He is not putting all the rules in place. So the Brahmanas who knew this, they can go back to the king and complain that you are not doing your duty properly. They were so expert in understanding. Right now, everything is done. Yes.
So, did Gandhi believe in Krishna? Did he do Krishna consciousness and stuff?
He would he would claim that he would read Bhagavad Gita every day.
You know what's
Did
his
he?
last words?
Yeah.
Evam.
Hmm.
He says that. But Prabhupada wrote a letter to Gandhi. He said, you know what? You are claiming that you are reading Bhagavad Gita every day, but you have not understood. And he told him, you better, become my disciple. That way, now that the whole country is listening to you, at least because if you understand, you can teach Krishna consciousness to everyone. But there was no reply for Prabhupada's letter. Anyway, the point here is, as a king, you are supposed to do your duty of fighting and punishing the criminals. If you don't do that, because that's what Arjuna was giving an argument. Oh, out of compassion, I feel very kind and I should not.
Arjuna was the king, right?
Yeah.
When
He lost the kingdom because his brothers took away. Yeah. Instantly, yeah. Exactly. So now he's telling the next sloka you see 34. So what will people think? People will always speak of an infamy. And for one who has been honored, dishonor is worse than death. So when people, if you run away from the battlefield, it is worse because people will talk. What will they talk? Do they think that you are very kind and then you left the battlefield? No. They will think you became a coward.
Selfish.
No, you're coward. You got scared of seeing so big army or enemies.
They would also think you're selfish because you don't want to die.
Still being covered more.
Yeah.
No, you were scared, not
They
selfish,
will not.
but they will think that you're scared of death. That is why. That point could be, but
He's like selfish that he cares more about.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, correct.
But the people will not talk like that. They will not talk about his good qualities. They will talk about his. They will look upon him as though he is not capable. Because already Arjuna was supposed to be a hero. Everybody knows he's a very big fighter, he's an archer, and he can fight with two hands, he can fight in the dark. He was very famous from childhood. A great archer, seeing the enemy left the battlefield, how they will talk? Very lowly they talk.
I mean, this is like they just came, all the people are assembled, and at that time, Bhagavad Gita is going on, right? And at that time, he's giving the argument that I want to leave. That, what does it mean that he saw all the people and so he left? That's how they will dishonor him. And for
a person who is already very famous, dishonor is worse than death.
yeah,
To die is better.
So
especially for Kshatriya, it is like that, no?
Yes.
So basically die or be like, even if you're famous, either die or become more famous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the logic Krishna is telling. For a fighter, there are only two things. Either you die or you win. If you die, what is awaiting for you? You're rewarded because you fought in the.
It's trying to say that I'm there if you die.
So basically, either way,
You're rewarded.
it's a good thing.
Either way, you're rewarded.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Either
Yeah. So that is next slogan he's giving that logic.
The great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only, and thus they will consider you a coward.
Mhm.
That is the next one.
Okay.
34 ke baad 35.
Yeah, but the text 36 is confusing because it says the non-Aryans. Like who are they?
Ah.
And Aryan is somebody who is Aryan. Aryan is somebody who is working on the knowledge of soul. One who does not know this knowledge and who works on the knowledge of body is called Anaryan.
I don't get it.
Anaryan. Aryan means it's an advanced.
It's an advanced civilization. See, there are different civilization in the whole world, right? Aryan civilization was in which the knowledge of soul was actually propagated.
Everybody knew the knowledge of soul and they were all acting on the platform of soul.
Today also, if you go to India, people know what is karma. Oh, if you do this, you'll get a bad karma. People know. Even a poor man, whoever it is in India, today also it is like that. So they understand that, you have to repay if you are sowing a bad seed, you will get that fruit later on. So they are very careful.
Aryan or an-Aryan?
That is Aryan. That is a knowledge. It's very common in India.
Aryan is a good thing. An-Aryan is a bad thing.
Yeah. So he's saying you will be like an Aryan. Anarya Justam Aswargyam.
We spoke about this. I gave the example how if somebody cries over old clothes, it's not a good thing, right? Because he is not knowledgeable. After you remove this old clothes, you get new clothes. The same way, an Aryan is somebody who knows always the soul is eternal. So always the soul will get another body. They know that very well. So they don't lament when when the body dies.
Were the Aryans a civilization like back in time?
Oh, that is,
That's how it started.
yeah, the Europeans have written about the history, so we don't have recorded history. They don't show devotional angle at all. They don't show spirituality. They don't even acknowledge that this Vedic culture. They say Europeans came to India, they are the Aryans. That's how they want to project in the history books.
They want to say that the Russians who came to India, they are Aryans actually.
They are white people. Those are in India who have dark skin. We are not Aryans. That's how they have written in their history books.
And they propagated that in the entire our India.
We all have read that only.
Yeah.
Not Aryans. Dravidians. They call them Dravidians. That's how they made it.
No. Those people who follow this understanding of, about the soul, the science of soul, are Aryans. That is in simple language.
That is in our textbook. I never knew Gita has a reference to Aryan.
Mm.
I didn't know. I also thought Aryan means the valiant, the gladiator, daughter.
Yeah, it was propagated
the
like that.
valor, the ones who exhibited all the valor. They were the ones who came invaded. The ones who came and invaded India and then became the masters at that time.
Vikings?
Viceroys. They were all on
More British rank. That was the rank. But
But your question.
Once we have an Indian class thing, and we know that the Aryans were like a superior civilization that had knowledge of the soul, right?
Yeah.
And we translated that, and it came out to something very similar, actually. It came out to like superior civilization or something like
In the school, you're saying?
Yeah, but that is the problem. But I didn't know even our textbook.
But they
refers
don't
Aryan, and that is probably the right meaning of Aryan in our Indian context.
But
Actually-
superior, but they think yes,
Yeah.
but they think that those Aryans were not in
But
India.
not Indians. Like
They
they
were
came from us.
come from outside. But the fact is that Aryans are those who they were already in India, those who understand this philosophy, this Krishna God, basically Krishna consciousness. Those who understand are Aryans.
They're on an
The
elevated
literal
platform.
translate meaning is those who are forward thinking,
Yeah.
not just like today, at the end of like our life, but those who think about next life as well.
Yeah.
They were on a higher platform than the.
Who are forward thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
I never knew. I also always considered Aryan as like a historic like the concept of history. But this is
In the
very
first chapter also,
Aryan
Krishna, Anarya Dushtam, Krishna talks about
Asvargyam.
Anarya Dushtam, Asvargyam. How are
Kirti.
you talking like Anarya?
Anaryan.
The very first chapter only Krishna talks
So
about it.
it was a very
Yeah.
ancient Indian concept that there are few who are more learned than others.
Exactly.
And the learned ones are being called out, and not the ones who invaded India and said, "Oh, I'm the guy."
Better civilization is again is a different connotation when they say better civilization is for the comfort of the body,
Hmm.
is they interpret as better civilization.
Hmm.
But today you are judged in the society how you live. The standard of living is considered success. You have a big house, you have a big car, you have a lot of bank balance. These are all external things. How you live, today's society judges you that as success. But in the Vedic society, it's the opposite. How you die measures your success. Ante Narayana Smriti. Are you able to remember Krishna at the time of death? That is the measure of your success in the Vedic society. So they changed the entire value system.
So like the Europeans were, how did they even get the name Aryan? The Europeans. Was it Aryan like an Indian?
No, they know all the Vedic texts they have taken, so they know the word Aryan means advanced civilization.
So they use that, they took that word and put it for themselves.
Yeah.
To say that we are that, and so now we are advanced, now you listen to us. That's how they
That's how
wanted
they-
to, they have,
twisted the entire history too.
Like it was the Aryans came from outside and they
And we taught you guys. We taught
We are-
you how to live.
Brainwash.
you see the temples that we have in India, if you see ancient temples like 500, 1000 years and many years ago, hundreds and thousands of years ago, how they are built, they they know architecture, they know geometry, they know mathematics. How can you build such big monuments otherwise?
were making
Not
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
really?
huge,
First of all,
huge.
even there is no, even till today, there is no cutting technology for cutting a granite stone so perfectly that they carve out an entire mountain inside out. Meaning one stone is left in the entire mountain.
No, one mountain is there, right? They have chipped out the excess part of the stone, and the remaining what is there is actually a temple. They
Yeah.
took a mountain and they have removed those
That
parts.
means first you have to imagine, right? First you have to imagine, yeah, it's just a, yeah, by chipping, this whole thing is there. You chip off excess part, and what is remaining of the mountain is a temple.
They did that.
There is that.
There is, it's still today
So
also
many
it is
like
there.
Yeah,
It is
even
there
now
near
you can
Bombay. Yeah.
Sun temple.
No, the
Madurai, Monarch, Sun
no,
temple.
not that.
In Bombay itself.
Yeah, near that.
Yeah.
Just the yellow one.
But I think the Sun Temple, the
Yeah,
Konark
that temple, yeah,
those are like,
that is so beautiful.
they are like it's a marvel of geometry.
He wants to say something.
So these temples, how big were they? Were they like a ziggurat type shape?
Huge.
How big when I come back like modern, like
Actually, you do some research. I'll give you some names and you do research of all of those places.
What is that guy's name?
Praveen Mohan. You go to
Mohan to subscribe to his channel.
in
He
YouTube, he
talks
has.
only about the temple construction.
How?
Even today with the existing technology, you cannot cut a granite which looks like a rope.
Which
They have carved granite which looks like a sari, like a dress. Granite.
and the stone makes the sound of
Instruments.
instruments and different instruments it makes. And there is one pillar which is actually hanging. There is this much
Yeah.
space. Yeah. So many are there. Praveen Mohan.
Yeah, I think I saw.
Nothing close to what Indians have done.
They have where the miners get the stone they use for that. Like is not
They made it one pillar, but here they are talking about
Yeah. Yes.
and
Even
even
our
Sun
Other
Temple.
than that,
It's-
there are temples which have in Sun Temple, in Konark Temple, which is building, there is steel which does not rust.
even today we don't have that technology, and we have seen that actually it's a pillar and it did not rust, and it is near the
Actually, metallurgy is like modern.
Modern, yeah,
But
modern
has
science.
been like, thousands of years
how
ago,
do
they
we do that?
it gets lost. All of that, that all has been lost.
They all
So
knew.
what the modern
Not
scientists?
only that, I'll tell you even more far out things. They have the Sun Temple, there is Surya Bhagwan riding on a chariot. Now, the deity does not sit on the floor,
Was not.
was not, right now it is not there anyway. They stole it. The deity was hanging in the air. Okay, there's a magnet on the top and there's another magnet at the bottom. The math is so perfect, both the magnets are not same size. Generally, we think if it's the same size only, they'll repel and then the deity can stand there, right? But it doesn't. Now, it doesn't end. The marble doesn't end there. Now, they have very long distance. The temple is very big. Now, there are 4 gates. Okay. Now, like that, there are 3 entrances. First entrance, second entrance, third entrance, and
Like this, like
inside,
inside, like this 1, 2, 3, like that.
as you enter into the finally you see Surya Bhagwan. Okay. Now, the first 3 months of the year, the sun will enter only from one gate. And exactly the sun rays fall on the deity. The next 3 months, again from the second gate, the sun rays will come. And again will fall on the deity, and the deity turns few degrees
Towards the sun. Like,
towards the sun.
wait, so it's a here,
Yeah.
Some
So the
degrees.
sun is coming from here.
if it's 1, 2,
Oh, correct.
sun comes out,
From here first.
and it's all
And it is matching with them. Yes,
sun's coming here, the DP will turn this way.
yes.
That means we understood the rotation and revolution of Earth long ago,
Long
and we knew Earth is round long ago.
And then we made it like
And the
sun.
in our Shastra, it says that the earth is a globe, has been there from the beginning. It's a globe.
Can't the sun, because of like the spinning magnetic field?
Yeah,
I believe in that. That's the whole point.
That's
They
what
need
he's saying.
perfect math.
it was not a guess. They did all the
Sorry,
math,
guesswork.
and it says that in Sun Temple, the first ray of sun, the angle or how they had done it is the first ray of sun used to reach the deity directly.
Even now, there are other temples also, Surya temples. In that, there also the first sun ray, the beginning January sun ray, no, it'll go directly on the deity.
Now
We
this
went to that
called
temple.
Makar Sankranti.
Yeah.
15th of
Near
January.
Vishakhapatnam, that temple is. What is it called?
Surya.
Su-
Like change location.
No, it enters into Capricorn. The sun movement is calculated and every year it goes through Capricorn. At the Makara Sankranti, Makara means it's
Capricorn.
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 What's that?
It's the
Yeah.
it's
And it's the planetary system,
Yeah.
our Indian, how we described it.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 Capricorn.
Arsivel.
Arsivel.
So like, but what you think is like throughout the day the sun changes directions.
Correct.
That is
Also,
also
it changes directions every quarter of the year. So exactly the calculation is done so precisely. Not only that, the entire temple itself is in the shape of a chariot. So it has wheel made of stone, but the wheel itself has spokes. Now there is a shadow that falls. If you just look at the shadow, it matches our exact clock. At 10 o'clock, it will show 10 a.m., 11 o'clock, 11 a.m., 12. Exactly it will show. The shadow, all the shadows are perfect.
Because of a sundial thing, right?
But it is not
But we
one
made it at
sundial.
that time.
It's not one sundial. Every wheel of the temple is a sundial. It was just like okay, by the way, I'm throwing one sundial here for you.
Sundial like
Not a big thing. It's just
They
one.
put a stick in the ground and then the sun makes
based on the sunlight and the
shadow makes the stick and then that stick.
And that's how
is
they
the
used to
time.
tell in the old times
so
what
like
time.
the stick, right? So the sun's facing the stick is
But how can you tell the exact time? Is it 10:10, 10:15? Because stick cannot tell, right?
it's made.
So special.
You have to go.
You
You have to take them now.
I have to take them
Now
back.
all of you have to take the kids.
You go on Google Maps.
You have gone.
We will give you.
Konark temple.
You can do Google.
So plane is expensive, you go to Google Maps.
Hey, virtual they are expensive.
I'll take $10,000 and we'll go.
Yeah.
Why you go free? Why you go on Google?
Why did you get a VR and don't share?
The, the problem is you won't just look at the temple, you will look at everything else. You will play Spider-Man
They will not.
Games.
They will not.
But actually you can go to Praveen Mohan's. No, you go to Praveen Mohan's YouTube videos and you can see there's a lot of things he has done. Praveen Mohan, his name is. He has made videos on all of the
Yes.
temples.
You research
Lots.
next time we'll discuss.
Yeah.
But this
Yes.
Sloka 38 is a very
Yeah, she was saying something in the shloka. What were you saying? It's answered? It's answered? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So now
And number 38 is very powerful shloka, right?
yes, and that.
Oh, that's
that
what
is
you-
going to come. Yeah. So now he gave all the logic, right? Why he should fight and not give up. He gave in terms of doing your duty. Because you are a Kshatriya, you have to do your duty. That is the logic he brought. But now he's graduating that same topic of duty to the next level. What he's saying, there is a particular way you have to perform your duty. And how do you do that? It is by not assuming profit or loss, gain or victory, happiness or distress. That should not be a consideration at all while you are performing your duty. He's just introducing one concept, and then he says, if you know how to incorporate these things, then that duty will not be binding you on you anymore. It's a very powerful concept. It's a very big concept. He's introducing only here. And then it turns into Karma Yoga, of course. The second chapter basically is summary of all the topics. So he's introducing this topic of Karma Yoga, but that Karma Yoga is not again final to perform your duty, because Krishna introduced another concept just before introducing the duty. He said there are two swadharmas. There is a duty of the body and there is a duty of the soul. So Karma Yoga is only until you are not understood about your identity as a soul. That is the duty of your body will kick in. Moment you understand you are the soul, then there is a higher purpose. The same duty concept changes. That duty concept changes to the duty of the soul. So how to do that? Again, Krishna introduces more concepts of Sankhya Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and then finally Bhakti Yoga. So all these concepts are introduced in the second chapter. And why you cannot perform your duty, then Krishna talks about from the 60th sloka until the 70th sloka. Like that. These are all the concepts which are just going to be introduced from now onwards. It gets little deeper from 38, 9th sloka onwards, it gets deeper.
I think 38 I've learned long ago, maybe childhood.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
all?
True, they used to say, right?
yeah, it's normal.
Don't worry about.
Yeah, but it's like all of us go to elementary school. After that, we didn't study further math. Like that, whole of India, like in a general concept, everybody will talk about Karma Yoga, but the entire population somehow seems to be at a pause.
No, they all
Beyond that,
they
beyond
all
that, you don't hear any more
they
concept.
all think that
That's fine.
no, Bhagavad Gita is about Karma Yoga. That's what people think.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
that's where we take up.
Just do your duty.
Yeah, that's
Just do
all.
your duty. Just do your
What's that?
You can make notes and write.
If it's your book, then.
There are two duties, duty of your body and
So
duty of
maybe
your soul.
this used to be
So
one.
you don't know the duty of the soul. That's true. They don't get it. They don't get it.
The duty of
Serving. Praying is one of the ways of serving.
that's only one.
Now with our feet.
It's like our body. Is there a way to feed the soul?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so see, matter, with matter only you can touch matter. So spirit only can touch spirit. So you need something spiritual to touch your spirit soul.
also you need something that's like
Chanting Hare Krishna.
Krishna
That
He's saying praying,
touches
but he's saying what else? So he told, right? Shravan, like.
Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam.
smelling,
all the five senses.
all the five senses can be included in Krishna's service.
There's chat, listening, speaking,
About
Talking,
Thinking about Krishna.
Krishna Prasad
serving the lotus feet.
of Krishna.
Doing puja to Krishna.
Personal service to
What
Krishna. Paying obeisance to Krishna. Yes.
Yeah.
Father Chaitanya.
To take the
He's not
instructions.
all
The
nine
instruction, oh no, he's saying what,
Yeah.
yeah, you whatever
Yeah.
The
and follow them in your life.
air to survive. So what about the soul? Like
So Krishna told, right? What are the five things? Soul cannot be cut to pieces, soul cannot be
burn,
burnt, soul cannot be rented, you cannot dry the
Right.
soul. Right? You cannot touch with anything physical.
wait, but then how's it staying in our body? Is it just floating?
Yeah,
It's floating, that's correct.
it's floating.
There are five airs. We have five airs. Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana.
Yes.
The five
Airs.
of airs
Inside our body.
inside our body.
The air system.
The air system. We're breathing, right? We generally respiratory system. But that is very gross way of saying. That's only what scientists only know that much. But there are finer airs in the body which are responsible for our movement of all the system in the body, everything that is happening. So the soul is floating in the five airs. in the region, prana, apana, udana, one air is like goes up, one air goes down, one air stabilizes everything. So each air does one different type of thing. In Ayurveda, these things are discussed in detail.
One is about the heat element in
Yes,
the.
that is another categorization. Pakita and Vata. No, you have to balance the airs.
Yoga,
So
some
when
of the
there is
yoga
imbalance of
describes that.
air, then you are called disease first.
Without the five airs, the soul won't stay up.
Soul has
There's an
nothing to do
imbalance.
with the body actually.
It just
Soul is a mute person. Just like you have a car. Okay, you are the owner of the car. You can, and there is a driver. The driver is driving the car. But at one point, what happens? The driver stops listening to the owner. You tell the driver, go right. But the driver will say, no, I'll go left. What will do? Nothing. You're just sitting in the car, even though you are the owner. But the driver is not listening to you. What you will do?
what is something in charge?
Owner is not taking charge. Today, the driver for this body is a car. The driver is a mind. So whatever the mind is, how he's being dragged, oh, he's seeing beautiful billboard. So the driver is going that direction. So all the five senses that we have, they are the ones who are telling the mind, go here. I want to eat ice cream. The driver is going there. I want to go to watch that movie. The driver is going there. Like that, we have no control. The soul is become just
Like,
okay, whatever.
it's supposed to be the boss, but
But how do you?
want
But how does now the soul again get again back control? Yes. Also, and by getting intelligence. So there is, you get knowledge from the Bhagavad Gita, you download.
Just like a computer got virus. First thing is you have to remove the virus. And then you have to load the correct software. So the virus is all the distractions, all the senses are completely caught up with virus. Yeah, disorganized. The whole life only is disorganized. So we are downloading new software with Krishna.
people think they're organized.
Yeah. People think they're organized. Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah. So this will give intelligence. That is why we have to get knowledge from the right source again. If you get knowledge from the wrong source, what will happen? You will again be deluded. Right?
Why
So
we
that
take
is why.
Bhagavad Gita so seriously, whatever it is said, because it is free from four defects. Anybody in this world, there are big scholars, a lot of people who are a lot of, famous people, rich people, they made it in life. They know how to make billions of dollars. We are not interested to listen anything from such people also. Why? Because everybody is subjected to four defects. But Krishna is not. That is why we want to take Krishna's word seriously.
So any other questions? So we'll stop here.
Yes.
Huh? Bhagavad Gita Path ki, Shri Prabhupada ki, Jai.